Hey all you crazy kids, thank you for watching part 10 of the playthrough for The Outer Worlds 2. We're going to go talk to Abbott Newell because he's done some shady shit, I think.
I realize you didn't receive the most welcome of receptions here.
I did not.
I recognize you've done right by us here today, and I appreciate your efforts.
As you should. I don't remember if I went up here or not.
May all our efforts add to the attainment.
Let's look at this map here.
Got a bad feel about this line, hon. Don't like being so exposed. Hell of a thing coming all this way just to catch a bullet on the camp's doorstep.
You worry too much, my dear. Even the Protectorate isn't much in the business of murdering refugees. And there aren't many Protectorate nearby. I'm sure the Order will aid us.
Maybe. Even if that's all true, camp's still gonna need a place for us to go. Sorry. Got some kind of tickle in my chest.
So many dead. Places falling apart.
One never relishes saying they did predict a catastrophe.
Grand Architect! First an attack on the monastery and now the lift code's not working? Am I misremembering it? No. Unless... Wiley would know this, I'm sure. Agent, oh thank good odds and high probabilities you're back. There's been an incident. A rogue faction has taken over the monastery. My seer Wiley, is trapped up there with other hostages of the Order. To make matters worse, my access code's not working. Without it, I've no way of calling the lift.
Yeah, well, it sounds to me like the conspirators are trying to stop some peace talks. Do you happen to know anything about that, Abbott?
Peace talks? Yes, Ruth informed me, but how did you learn of them? No one outside a select circle are supposed to be aware they're happening.
I know a lot about a lot of things. Including, for example, how you, Abbott, sabotaged Wiley's advancement.
That's a serious accusation.
Yep.
Why would I do such a thing?
I don't know. You tell me.
No, I can't discuss this right now. The monastery.
Look, I saw your messages to Savoda and Victor. You implied that Wiley was incompetent.
The truth is, I held Wiley back. I kept him from advancing for my own selfish gains by spreading lies and false concern over his competence behind his back. But I needed him. I still need him. I'm not the savant he is, never have been. If he'd advanced beyond his current role, my deficiencies would have been made manifest to all. I'm sorry, but we really haven't the time to litigate this issue further. In case I didn't make it clear before, the monastery is currently in jeopardy.
Why aren't Auntie's Choice and the Order negotiating terms anyway? I'm sorry, that was the wrong question. Let me start over, Abbott. Why are they negotiating terms?
Representatives of Auntie's Choice and the Order are meeting to discuss an armistice and possible collaboration. It's an unprecedented opportunity to shorten this war. I know I mentioned it before, but compartmentalization is crucial to the success of most of the Order's operations. I wish I could offer more details than that.
Listen, I don't really care about the peace talks, to be honest with you. I only care about stopping the ringleader, Vries.
If this Vries is responsible, then I agree with your objective. But don't forget the innocents caught in the middle. They need your help too. But I'm afraid I won't be accompanying you.
Of course not.
I can't be sure my presence wouldn't alter the outcome of your efforts in prodigious and unforeseen ways.
Well, hold on. Won't staying behind also impact the outcome? What if I need you?
I have full confidence in your skills. You are an Earth Directorate agent, after all. For myself, I regret to say I'm a peacetime abbot. I was never meant to navigate a war. Once you reach the monastery, make your way to the observatory. If the conspirators are seeking the coordinates of the talks, no doubt their efforts will be concentrated there. Go forth as was determined, and may the plan guide you.
If it's this bad down here, can't imagine what the situation's like upstairs.
I need to use the lift code that I learned.
Can support us.
I am 100% certain that its tensile strength is marginally greater than our combined weight. Probably.
Wait, look! Someone just came up via the lift. It must be unlocked.
Damn, those two run fast.
The Order and some simpletons within it claim that all things happen for a reason. But the wise among us know that nothing occurs without a catalyst. Today, we are that catalyst, setting into motion the future most aligned with the plan. Hold that belief in your minds. Let it strengthen your resolve, and do not hesitate. The time for ideation is concluded. Now is the time for execution.
Reckon the Order teaches this flair for the dramatic to all their seers? Or is he a special case?
Let it strengthen your resolve, and do not hesitate. The time for ideation is concluded. Now is the time for execution. Those outside the Order, and some simpletons within it, claim that all things
Shut
happen
up.
for a reason. But the wise among us know that nothing occurs without a catalyst. Today, we are that catalyst.
All solutions precede problems.
Ready to take the heat off, Commander. Just say when.
Enemy in vicinity. Standing by to stupefy.
Aborting search. Ready to waste it. On your command.
Torpificator at ready status. Locking them down, taking the fight out of them.
You say that,
Investigating hostile intentions.
but I'm the one that took him out, so I'm not sure what you're doing.
That proficiency is reassuringly marginal.
Suspended.
Found another one. Damn
Hostile in proximity. No evading me this time.
Reacquiring target. Seeking safer coordinates.
Stun weapon ready, Commander.
Check out that junction box. Bet our end.
Bathhouse circuit breaker appeals to control the power for both the bathhouse and attached courtyard. This complex circuit breaker is no match for your knowledge of electrical systems. You hear a door power open somewhere in the courtyard nearby.
Our end brake scanner is useful.
A note of complaint. Others may thrive under pressure, but you know me, Archie. I learn best in an environment of peace and relaxation. So what if I log some minor water damage on a tome or two? I know, sloppy of me, careless, but must I endure a litany of recrimination forevermore? If you ask those venerable scholars in the Anchorhold, the answer would be yes. I cannot stand to suffer more beratement, yet my research requires a certain reference book currently in their possession, The Essential History of Mechanized Doors. Perhaps you might go and entreat them for the title on my behalf? Junior Archivist Raleigh. The hell is this? Anchorhold.
Grand Architect's perspiring brow, if you try to cite the fourth pillar to me one more time, scientific advancement should not come at the cost of the grace and dignity of innocent lives. That is all I am saying.
Their collection drawer is currently locked from the other side.
Armed conflicts are not the inevitability you are making them out to be, Anya, but rather the result of a populace failing to adhere to scientism's stoic imperative. Oh, and I suppose we're going to pretend the second pillar doesn't exist. I must have just imagined reading Alfred Long's 75 thesis on determinism then.
Anchorites, be warned. Any conversation with these two may prove pedantic.
Yeah, Long's 75 thesis uses an outdated model, actually. It's less reliable than you would suppose.
I'm aware of the errors of his methodology, but Long's overall opinion is still... Wait, why am I arguing with you about this? Actually, an outside opinion might be useful at this juncture. Our current topic is whether war is ever justified. For the sake of time, please keep your answer brief.
Yeah, there are times when war is necessary to prevent greater evil from taking place, but that's just my opinion.
And how do you predetermine the harm of action against the harm of inaction? We make those estimates all the time. That's the whole reason we employ seers.
We're going in circles again. If only we had access to the materials we requested, perhaps we could settle this debate.
I'd be happy to help you out. What materials are you talking about? And where can I find them?
I need the book Only Real Numbers, The Casualties of Appeasement by Exemplar Kwong. Second edition, not the first.
Second.
That's important.
Second.
And I
Okay.
require Archivist Mahler's dissertation on de-escalation theory. You should be able to locate both pieces of scholarship in the scriptorium. I'd also caution against borrowing additional titles. The scribes are absolute fusspots when their work goes missing.
How did this whole debate start anyway? Is this about the Order's involvement in the war?
More or less. Seer Wiley put the question to us last week. Naturally, the problem of interference versus non-interference led us to a broader discussion of war's overall necessity. Oddly, he has not returned for his solution, which is just as well since we remain divided on an answer, though I'm confident we'll get there.
Yeah, so listen, Seer Wiley has staged a coup. And he's taken over the monastery through force. I don't know if you knew that or not.
Good for him. About time someone put theory into application.
What my colleague means is Landon Wiley is among our most gifted and dedicated seers. Whatever actions he's taken must be in service of the plan. I do hope no one's been hurt, though.
Yeah, I've got some bad news for you on that front.
I see. That is distressing to hear. But as we in the Order like to say, the plan actuates by deliberate means. Let us hope this conflict resolves itself soon.
Yeah, you both seem pretty knowledgeable. Any chance a woman named Vries came to you for advice?
Augustine? Sure. She's got a mind for provocative hypotheticals. Asked a lot more interesting questions than we normally get.
I will add it has been some time since we last saw her. Not since before the schism, in fact. Why do you ask?
Well, because she's a danger to Arcadia, and... Actually, did she give you any indication of her future plans?
Augustine was obsessed with the rift. She wanted to know all the potential routes the Order might take to deal with it. We explained that the rift is an aberration of the plan's natural order, corrupting time and space and creating uncertainty. Consequently, all efforts should be made to close it.
Oh, yeah? And how'd she react?
Well, she hasn't returned, so perhaps she didn't like the answer we gave. Happens more often than you'd think.
Apologies, but gossip doesn't fall under our purview. We've secluded ourselves here to avoid such distractions, so I would thank you to exclude us from any remote drama.
Yeah, I mean, that makes sense, I guess. There is plenty of drama happening here at the monastery right now anyway.
I'm sure I have no notion of what you're referring to.
I'm sure you don't. I'll be back once I've visited the scriptorium.
Much appreciated. We'll present our final arguments once you've returned with the research.
All right, let's look at our journal. What do we got here? I thought I did read this. Is this quest broken? Because I did read it. Shit, what am I doing? Alright, up there's the stairwell. Novice dormitory. Okay. Barred shut.
We should keep moving, Commander.
Yeah, we will. I just want to take advantage of your engineering skills again.
I'll see what I can do.
Let's break down our junk and see what we get.
Mobilizing. Unfriendly server.
There's got to be a tossball card in here, right?
Resorting to violence.
The unknown variable!
Look, I know this ain't gonna get to the abbot, but I have complaints that need registering anyhow. This monastery's too big for the staff we've got, and it sure seems like the scienticians and theorists here ain't fixated on keeping neat. I might just be a novice, but at 73 years of age, I have enough self-respect that I shouldn't be picking up another body's lavation towels. Still, ain't as bad as it was in Auntie's choice, but that don't mean it's good. I just ask you folks to remember that there's more of importance out here than just your numbers.
Dormitory wing. Dormitory wing. Prescience garden, anchor hold, bathhouse, novice dormitory. Applied Sciences Quadrant, Abbott's Quarters, Library and Special Collections, Punch Card Pre-Archival Chambers, Scriptorium.
Well, this is quite modest. Very simple and austere. Can hardly guess who lives here.
Our friend's sure not short on amenities.
With the primitive minds of Auntie's choice. This must be prevented, whatever the cost, or humanity's ascendance will be forestalled by centuries.
This must be his walk-in closet. No, it's his bathroom.
With the primitive minds of Auntie's choice, this must be prevented.
Messages. To Abbot Newell, subject to matter of some advisement. From Proctor Svoboda. Abbot, not this again. As per my last message on the subject, if there are issues with the efficacy of Seer Wiley's projections, I recommend you take that up with him, rather than confusing my terminal as a repository for personal grievances. Supervising the manufactory requires my utmost focus. I cannot suffer distractions. Furthermore, as your colleague, I encourage you to run the numbers again. If there is an error, I suspect it is not in Wiley's statement column. With respect, Proctor Svoboda. To Abbot, subject new arrivals. Abbot, it is vital that we preserve the integrity of our current predictions until we have regained access to the archive. In that context, I ask that you do not deviate from our normal standards of confidentiality after reviewing the following information. An agent of the Earth Directorate will soon be en route to Golden Ridge to speak with you. Their mission is too sensitive to be recorded here, but I ask that you do whatever you can to aid them, and in return they will be of some assistance to you as well. The fate of the Order, as well as of all Arcadia, hinges on their success. May all your endeavors elicit expected results. Presiding Bishop Ruth Bassar. Private entries. Please solve the following conjecture. Working from the basis of the Walsh-Fielder theory, calculate 5 alignment groups within an auspiciation accuracy gap of less than 1 triangle. I don't fucking know. Extrapolations should include establishing prognosticated properties at least as strong as those cited in Brune and Connolly's landmark millennial thesis. Yeah, I know this. You have. Regrets. I sometimes wonder if I didn't make a mistake not speaking up against Ruth's plan to dissolve the DPCR all those years ago. Perhaps if the department were still functioning, even with the loss of the archive, we'd still have had more influence over recent events. We could have altered the course this war has taken, ended it more quickly, mitigated all this needless suffering. Or perhaps not. I have never been capable of performing the moral calculus required to weigh one human life against another. As Landon is quick to remind me, it's best I leave such estimations to those with a greater aptitude for reason and fewer emotional limitations. Complaints. Another transfer request from the manufactory came in today. Poor fellow arrived shakier than a novice's math, but he wouldn't say why. We're getting him situated in the scriptorium now. That's the 3rd request to transfer out of the manufactory in as many months, all from the same office. I raised my concerns over such an unexpectedly high attrition rate with Proctor Svoboda, yet she insisted nothing was amiss, that it was merely a matter of interpersonal incompatibility within the office. I will have to ask Landon to run some calculations later to confirm my suspicions. There must be an explanation. There always is. Matters of governance. How I long for the days of quiet study. Instead, I am constantly asked to deliberate on one matter or the other, and so few can be solved by a simple algebraic computation. Supply chains, refugee aid, what do I know about any of that? One does get the feeling of being trapped upon a perpetual motion machine these days. So much was managed by the Protectorate before. Until now, I fail to realize just how reliant we were upon those systems of order. I dearly hope Ruth has a head for all this bureaucracy, or the Order may soon find itself in the unenviable position of governing by name alone, rather than through effective application. I really want to shoot that dog thing. I'm tired of its grunting, whatever the hell that noise is.
When a student fails, why their instructor, of course, Bishop Assad, has failed this of humanity's ascendance. The stalwart agent arrives. I need more time to finish my work, so I've prepared a choice for you. The hostages in the card press before you will die unless you intervene. If you go through the door on the right, you'll find the means to save them by solving a simple puzzle. Leave through the other door, however, and they will die, screaming in abject terror. But how could you call yourself an Earth Directorate agent if you allowed that to transpire?
I know a stall tactic when I see one. Calls on you, though, dear.
I'm open to opinions on what we should do here.
The Seer's already proven willing to kill for his cause. I think these folks aren't long for this world if we don't help.
Entirely depends on your priorities. My former department would say keeping on mission is of paramount importance. But I no longer think I agree.
Alright. It doesn't matter if we're playing into his hands. We probably should help these people.
Seer was right about one thing. We wouldn't be very good Earth Directorate agents if we just left them to die.
Like the cut of your jib. Hard way it is, then.
Praise high probability.
What?
Wiley trapped us here. He let some others go. Didn't even give us the chance to...
Let me guess. That safe won't open until we solve this puzzle. Seems like stacking the deck for a predictable behavior analysis.
Hurry!
Not sure what I'm supposed to do here, team.
I've heard the Order enjoys a good brain teaser, but this seems excessive.
Scriptorium. shit.
Moving up to improve vacuum.
Please!
Poorly.
Reviving me is in everyone's best interests. Thank you. Purificator is charged.
Your immediate demise is a 29.7% certainty.
Welcome, scienticians of the Grand Plan. General postings. Accepting new applicants. College of Extrapolative Anatomy and Adumerative Pathology. Join a conclave of like-minded scienticians seeking to revolutionize our understanding of the plan and participate in innovative hands-on instruction led by some of Arcadia's finest minds. Upcoming dissections. Mutant Mantisaur offspring acquired by Proctor Christofferson. Mauled human hand donated by Proctor Christofferson. Squeamish need not apply. Contact Seer Wiley for more information. Reminder to all researchers. Caloric accretion and absorption of refreshment, especially liquids, are prohibited in the archives. All material appropriated for research purposes should be read and returned in a timely manner. Titles inside the collection are not to be sublet to non-order members for any reason. If you misplace or damage a title, report it immediately. Lastly, to the reprobate who has been inputting unsubstantiated factorials to general postings over the past few months, cease and desist immediately. You have been warned. Archivist Stavely. And then all these random letters. Peace talks imminent. Contact me as soon as you have the location, not before. If discovered, then secure the monastery by any means possible to Vries. Materials Distribution Index. The following material is presently in use. Molecular Aftermaths of Fusion Disasters Volume 1 to L. Boyarsky. Approaching a Fixed Point, Lessons from a True Ascendant to W. Brune. Auspication for Remedials to T. Kane. The Good Functionary's Guide to Sublime Discernment to L. Svoboda. Unspoiled Paradise, First-Hand Accounts of the Settling of Arcadia to J. Newell. Out of Alignment, A Refutation of the Walsh-Fielder Theory to L. Wiley. The following material is currently on order due to a lost copy. Created or destroyed, several theories on matter reconstitution and deep space rifts.
Someone recognize your tubular. About to verify.
Investigating hostile intentions. Yeah.
All right, let's spend these points, shall we? Intimidator. Yeah, I don't know what I want to spend that on. I don't remember what the hell I was doing. Wasn't I supposed to be solving a puzzle of some kind? Why does it not let me jump in there? Only real numbers. The Casualties of Appeasement, 2nd edition. That's what I need. The book outlines a variety of theorems and calculations, all supporting the central thesis that appeasement more frequently leads to outcomes of greater harm. Presiding Bishop Ruth Bassar has authored the foreword. Son of a bitch. Where's the damn stairs?
When a student fails.
Yeah. Wait, where are you going? Don't leave us! Come back!
Yeah, I'm not sure what to do here, folks. You guys have any ideas?
What is it?
Nothing. What about... Where'd she go? What the hell? Key Punch User's Manual. This manual covers the basics of how to operate the monastery's auto-pneumatic key punch. It also contains detailed information on preparing shipments of completed punch cards to send to Cloister. I'm really confused about what the f we're supposed to be doing here. I'm just going to confront him. The hostages are... I guess they're just going to have to die.
Standing by to stupefy.
Service begins when all the bells ring out in perfect harmony.
Potentially at mobilizing.
Torpificator at ready status.
Proceeding forward.
Mitigating the threat. Torpification in progress.
Mark my supposition. You will see biological functioning.
Let me know when you need it to stretch.
Negative. Recharge incomplete.
Grenade in proximity.
Torpificator is charged. Yeah.
For Arcadia, no sacrifice is too great. Oh yeah, the mural.
resorting to violence.
Give the order and I'll take care of him, Commander.
Capricious, inconstant.
Time to decide. Do we fall back now to save the hostages? We enter the observatory. The Seer's death trap will snap shut.
Yeah, I'm tired of running around that.
Not sure how much longer we can go on calling ourselves the good guys if we can't even be fussed to save innocent lives.
Yeah, well, can't save everyone. That's what they say. You found an apparatus with 3 dials that can be set to either 1, 2, 3, 4, or 5. What number will you turn the first dial to? What the how the hell am I supposed to know? Look to the orrery in front of the observatory to solve this riddle. The first dial should be set to the number of moons that orbit Elysium. The second dial should be set to the number of moons that orbit between Dorado and Elysium. The final dial should be set to the number of times Eden orbits Elysium before Praetor and Cloister complete a single rotation. Based on your astronomical observations, enter the completed code nearby within the observatory. The universe, large, unknowable, or so it was once believed. Matriarch Alexandra Varick's invention of the skip drive changed everything. A crowning achievement in the history of scientific progress, skip drives bring us one step closer to our collective goal of cataloging our infinite universe each and every day. This chart serves as but a tiny piece of that grand universal puzzle, depicting several suns that have allowed humanity's best and brightest to flourish amidst the stars, the foremost of these being, of course, Arcadia. Currently yet unidentified, the Order expects to locate an exoplanet within the next 132.74 years, with a probabilistic uncertainty of 1.3 to 27 years. Once identified, this exoplanet will no doubt further accentuate Arcadia's many boons and shall find its own place in this hall. Gentle giant Elysium, despite your formidable appearance, you bear more life than anyone might think. Amongst your many moons, minuscule compared to your immense glory, there lingers not just one, but a whopping handful of places habitable habitable by any wishing to see you overtaking the sky at night. Between these habitable motes and your lustrous green hue, it should only seem logical to dub Elysium as the Elysian fields of yore. Had a hard time reading out loud this morning all of a sudden. Despite its foreboding veneer, much is to be admired regarding the moon Noah's Praetor. Tumultuous storms rake its surface, sending forks of blue light across the rocky and cavernous landscape. The moon dwells perpetually in the shadow of Elysium, yet many nocturnal creatures and species of light abhorring fungi flourish upon it. Perfect examples of the architect's ingenuity, even in such an inhospitable landscape. Many of the Protectorate's factories thrum on Praetors, supporting our society without blemishing our perfect worlds. If your goods have been made on Praetor, rest assured they have been built to last. The planets of Arcadia are as a colorful family. What? The planets of Arcadia are as a colorful family. Where some members shine openly in the spotlight as Dorado glitters in Arcadia's rays, others remain alone, keeping behind closed doors, little seen even in the best of times. Our Nyx sits firmly in the latter category, distant, dark, mysterious. Though it is too distant to inhabit, from time to time on clear nights, and with sufficient equipment, the loneliest planet shows its face. And as the planet's glittering ring dance in our viewfinders, even the most hard-hearted scientists would be hard-pressed to deny that beauty can be found in the least expected places. Construction of the monastery's matriarch. No expense was spared for the construction of a simulacrum of Arcadia's wise progenitor, the matriarch Alexander Varick, captured and larger-than-life detailed as befitting the immensity of her contributions to science. Designs for the iconic statue took place over the course of several lengthy months, involving countless iteration and much heated debate, particularly about the telescope's size and direction. Hemera, closest to the star Arcadia, bearer of crushing gravitational strength and blistering heat, why should you be so maligned? For you are as valuable as any other heavenly body, and perhaps even more beautiful. Untouched by majority though you may be, some of our species still have the good fortune to brave your elements, to see your supervolcanoes, their molten metal rains firsthand. The mining facilities that these individuals inhabit bring valuable metals and minerals to the rest of the system. For this, we thank you. Perhaps someday we might develop means to live in places other than your darkest recesses. But until that day, we shall admire you from afar. The Oracle advancing the weapons technology of tomorrow today. Experimental weapons technology versions number 23388, the Oracle. Created in collaboration with Seer Landon Wiley and archivist Victor Clemens of Alexandria Monastery, the Oracle is the next evolution in predicative weapons technology, accurately able to foretell where a target will be when the bullet is fired. This long burst rifle never misses once it's locked onto a target. Other features include an advancing scope, precise bullet mapping, and a heated grip, still in testing, not for public use. I'll be honest, the bells are driving me effing nuts. You know, I'm sorry. I'm good with reading, but I just don't feel like reading all of these. Sorry. Nope.
You, already. You were supposed to take at least twice as long to deal with the hostages. Is there anything more grating than a guest who arrives earlier than expected?
Yeah, you. Did you really think that I'd fall for such an obvious stall tactic?
You mean you ignored them entirely? But that would mean... No. You're an Earth Directorate agent. Such callousness, it's outside the scope of your heroic index.
Yeah, I wasn't about to sacrifice the mission for the sake of a few hostages.
Architect, preserve me. This wasn't supposed to happen. The hostages were intended to delay you, not actually die. And this, after you broke Clemens and slaughtered Svoboda. Void it all. Do you even know what you've done? Victor's explosives would have minimized casualties on both sides. No. No matter. Augustine already has the coordinates for the peace talks. I will simply have to deal with you before transmitting the rest of the station's security protocols.
Look, your faith in Vries is misplaced. She's just using you, bro, and you don't even see it.
That's preposterous. And a transparent attempt at sowing discord between us. I haven't the time nor desire to enumerate the failings in your logic. Suffice to say, you misunderstand the basic fundamentals of my objectives. The Order has been dislocated from its ideals, becoming the opposite of all they espouse. De Vries and I are merely providing a necessary realignment.
All I hear is empty bluster from an amateur schemer whose only success so far is failing loudly at a sloppy plan. This slapdash takeover of yours is graceless and rushed and reeks of ineptitude and desperation. In my day, we did these things with considerable more efficiency and panache.
And who are you, exactly?
Marisol Delgado, former head intercessor, Department of Preemptive Causal Redirection.
The endpoint? No. The improbability of you interrupting my plans at this singular moment beggars belief.
Our aims are so similar, I'd almost consider joining you. Had you not proven yourself such bumbling fools, dragging me into your mess. Consider how much uncertainty has been introduced into your equations. Can you have any confidence in your predictions at this point?
Look, Marisol's right. Even the Abbot no longer has faith in you, sorry to say.
What in the Architect's computational summary are you on about?
The Abbot's been hinting at your incompetence to anyone who will listen.
That hopeless, ineffectual, over-reliant waste of workspace? He wouldn't dare.
It's true, dude. He told me himself.
But I am beyond reproach. My talent without peer. What has Joseph ever done for the Order except occupy my valuable time with useless queries? No, this is some kind of deception. It has to be. I could not have missed such obvious machinations. My math is correct. My math is always correct.
Look, dude, your calculations are falling apart. Stand down, or I'll have to take you apart too.
How could I have failed to recognize such gaps in my predictions? I checked and triple-checked. What more could I have done? Where did I err?
You became lost the moment you decided to value ideals over people's lives.
Enough! Please. Your point has been sufficiently made, and I truly lack the capacity to debate you further. I've already sent Augustine the location of the talks, but all our communications are on this terminal. It is yours to peruse, though I cannot say whether the information will be useful. Obviously, my analytical acumen is not what I'd assumed. All I know is that I was never meant to stop you. Now I must send word to my allies here at the monastery to stand down and notify them of my resignation from the Order. Effective immediately. To believe I mattered in the plan's grand scheme.
From Augustine de Vries, subject, the time is upon us.
I have grown worried. I have not received word from Archivist Clemens in some time, and I imagine you would have relayed any pertinent information by now. I fear this bodes ill. Without him, our only option is a direct assault. A risky proposition, to be sure. The last thing any of us want is for our plan to spiral out of control. And so it falls on you to seize back that control. Use the methods we discussed to take command of the monastery. When it is done, I will send further instruction. You have my trust. See that it is not misplaced. What is this? Have you lost sight of our mission? Our end goal? Or has your void-damned arrogance blinded you entirely? This greater tranquility substation nonsense. If all you have to show for your supposed expertise is the location of the peace talks, then I suppose we'll just have to prepare ourselves for the bloody fight ahead. It was going to be hard enough without Clemens' explosives. And now, without those codes, we'll have dragoons to contend with as well. Consider this an order to proceed with our contingency plan. I don't care what you have to do, but ensuring our survival and the success of this mission is all that matters now.
To Augustine de Vries from Commander. Whatever you're planning, please reconsider. I know you have your reasons, and they probably feel like good ones. But look at what you've done, Augustine. Is all this carnage worth it? You were a good Earth Directorate agent once, the best among us. You could be that again. Just stop, before it's too late. Security protocols and planetarium lockdown.
We off to the peace talks then? We'll need your ship unless you intend to walk. To space.
Haha. Can I fast travel this ship from here, or is it not going to let me? It's not going to let me, son of a bitch. Using a state-of-the-art algorithm capable of mathematically predicting the future a tenth of a second in advance, the Order's prediction technology is now available in gun form. Which gun did I replace?
Agent, over here. It seems the situation here has been resolved, but I don't see Seer Wiley. Were you able to secure his safety?
I did what I came here to do, and that's all you need to know.
I won't trouble you to provide more details then. But please allow me to thank you for your assistance in reclaiming the monastery from these conspirators. Without your intervention, I fear this could have been a far greater tragedy. Now, at least, we stand some hope of mitigating the divisiveness in Golden Rage. You are welcome to collect the experimental weapon inside the observatory.
Already
the
did.
It was Landon's design. Only seems fitting you take it. This key will unlock the case. May all your future endeavors proceed in accordance to the plan.
Yeah, thanks, bud.
It all. I told him he wasn't going to make it. Is this why Wiley's ilk spared him? Because the seer already predicted this would be his fate? All right.
We've limited time, Commander. Let us commence with creating a plan of attack.
The information collected on the peace talks has been verified, Commander. As time is a factor, this unit suggests heading to Greater Tranquility Station as soon as you are able.
We can't let Vries catch us on the back foot again. We need a plan.
Vries aims to stop the peace talks using lethal force. But she's an amateur. Let's show her how professionals cause pain.
Okay. Look, she beat us before because she took us by surprise. This time, we have the advantage.
Yes, and if she doesn't know we're coming, we may have the upper hand. Still, we do well not to underestimate her. She's as good as we are. Well, as you are.
Records indicate Greater Tranquility is a derelict station. Consequently, the ideal route to reach the main chamber for the peace talks will be through its underbelly. Be advised. In the absence of Victor and his explosives, Agent Vries and her team will be committed to a frontal assault. Some of the station's security automechanicals may also be operable and may attack both your team and hers, Commander.
Yeah, well, whatever they throw at us is no match for our weapons, right, guys?
Well said. I've never met a foe I couldn't pound into submission.
Additionally, per the Earth Directorate Manual, when lacking equivalent combat forces,
Determination and vast amounts of ammunition may make up the difference.
You know where I stand. This war's taken too many good folk from us. I'll be damned if I let Vries add to that number.
I'm coming with you. Who better to make Vries pay for Horizon Point than a pair of our own phantoms?
Yeah, this is your fight as much as mine, Niles. Of course I'll have you.
Good. Would have been a shame if Vries was the reason for us falling out, too.
Confirming coordinates for Greater Tranquility Station. Confirmed. Use the astrogator when you are ready to navigate to the station, Commander.
Actually, we have... There's one side quest we can do because we have the cards, I think. Yeah. Inez, come on, let me up here. Alright, we're going to take Niles and we'll keep Marisol for now, I think. It's been a while since I was here. There she is. Hey, Fiona.
Back. If you seek entry to my wares, you must engage me your sports card collection, though you shall not prevail.
Well, we'll see about that. I happen to have 15 cards right here.
Sporting! Let us do battle! That's an impressive number of cards, my friend, but not... Wait a moment. No. Your cards. You have multiple that I do not. Your collection has defeated me.
Yeah, can I see what you have for sale now?
Though this defeat leaves the taste of dirt and blood in my mouth, I am not dishonorable. I present to you my other collected wares. I have no doubt they shall impress.
Where are you going? I thought we were talking. Hello?
I understand your impatience.
Oh.
Wait just a moment longer.
Got it. Sorry.
Greetings again. You may have defeated me last time, but I shall rise from the ashes someday. In the meantime, you're welcome to browse my collection.
Let's see what you got.
Behold!
Pinball machine. What the? Oh. Okay. It permanently grants a bonus to your stats once found. Yeah. Pinball machine's pretty hilarious. All right, so that's done.
If you lost it, I'm selling it.
If it inflicts grievous bodily harm on other people, I've got it! I think I misplaced a hand grenade. We'll know in a couple seconds if it's armed or not. Rouse all you like. Everything I've got is fine-tuned to perfection. Feel free to go on a murderous rampage with what you buy. It's good publicity.
Wasn't there a gun store or something?
Anybody even listening to this? Let me tell you, stop. Hello once more. I guarantee you some of my inventions will be happy to show you. My contraptions don't explode no more. Honest.
These damn perk point things, messages are driving me nuts. I don't know what
Stun weapon ready, Commander.
Not getting up without help, Commander.
Status susceptible to.
Knew you had my back.
Ratcheting up my aggression. Reviving me is strategically off. More adrenaline attacking. Thank you, dear.
You're welcome. Uh-oh, technophobia. Automechanicals chill you to your core. They deal more damage to you, but you deal more damage to them. Once selected, flaws cannot be removed. Plus 20% damage taken from automechanicals, plus 20% damage to. Hell with that. Marshal Zoe Fouts log, final entry. Our new directives are to withdraw and abandon our Order of the Ascendant comrades in the field. Though I was deeply dismayed to receive the order, and so confirmed it several times, we are to render our cannon impotent, then abscond into orbit, but only after summarily executing every member of the order under my command. Sovereign, give me strength. The Order's Laureate Council has unthinkably rebelled against the Sovereign. We are to offer them no further aid and leave them to the mercy of Auntie's forces. Yesterday, they were loyal subjects of the Protectorate. Today, they are something unheard of, something to loathe, something heretical. Matriarch, save us all. All right, let me look at the gun sitch here real quick. Oops, not what I wanted to do. Weapon type, there we go.
Is it me, or has my ankle been squeaking? You can hear it too, right? Must be the damn rotator again. Anyway, need something, Commander?
Yeah. I need to take advantage of your engineering skills.
Sure. Always happy to tool around for a bit. What did you have in mind?
Oh, Ashley.
Can't get that Andy's Choice jingle out of my head. Anyway.
Yeah.
Need something, Commander?
Yeah.
Sure. Always happy to tool around for a bit.
I don't know if we can...
What did you have in mind?
Do any more upgrades here? Alright, Niles revolver. Shock damage, plasma damage. Oh, this is still locked. Okay. And these are still locked. God, I wish you could... Wait, what was that? Oh, I see. All right.
Do you believe Arcadia shall ever return to how it was?
Wish.
The grand plan is the predetermined order to the entire universe. We can predict it down to a...
You determined this was an improvised structure, possibly multi-story before its collapse. Okay. No bounties. Oh shit, I forgot to finish fighting those books, huh?
The meaning of life is in there, and we are the keepers of the equation.
Where the F is this book? On the origin of sprats, the title examines the evolution of sprats with an unexpectedly large portion dedicated to explicit diagrams of their mating habits. What you've seen here, you will never be able to unsee. Brief memorandum. An angry memorandum from an order scribe complaining that his copy of Exemplar Quang's book, only real numbers the casualties of appeasement, isn't ready to enter circulation yet. It's likely you'll find this title in the library's special collections room. I mean, did I walk by it a few times? Like, what's going on here? Where the fuck is this thing? Maybe observation will tell me. I have no clue where this effing book is. Is there a way to get up there, maybe? Conflict and De-escalation Theory, an examination by archivist A. Mailer. An impassioned essay covering ways of de-escalating conflicts, with many pages devoted to successful historical movements that utilized nonviolent resistance.
Have you acquired the scholarship we asked for?
Yes.
Wonderful. Please deposit the titles in that drawer there, and we will review it forthwith. Excellent timing. We're nearly finished reviewing the materials you brought us. Oh, well now, this is unexpected. The arguments in this text seem to have highlighted a teleological flaw I fear my own argument shares. You too, huh?
So, who's right?
Under certain conditions, de-escalation becomes impossible, leading to negative outcomes, including outright annihilation. An annihilated entity cannot advance the plan.
But maybe annihilation itself serves a purpose we're simply unaware of. You were right before. Participating in a war only produces an entropic feedback loop.
But have you also considered that existence is a curse and consciousness a prison?
I see someone has been reading On the Origin of Sprouts.
Yep.
It has that effect on people. Mental carceration and the potential unreality of conscious experience adds an interesting dimension to the argument. It's certainly worth exploring.
Perhaps later. For now, I feel we should reward our guest with their choice of reward, given the idiosyncratic nature of his conclusion. Armor or weapon?
You know, I value keeping all my limbs attached. Let's see what you got for armor.
Very well. You can retrieve it from the same drawer where you deposited our research materials. We appreciate your time. If you have a spare 4 hours, feel free to stay and observe our period of silent, sustained reading. Otherwise, until we next confer.
Nah, I should have picked a fucking weapon. Damn it. Okay, let's see. What do we got next? Okay. Bathroom note. This datapad contains a lengthy selection of order reading material. Some subheadings stand out to you. 193 paradoxes to pointlessly postulate. Eliminating uncertainty with only necessary violence. Say no to 0.001% margins of error. Risky relief, the unwritten peril of undue literary perusal in the restroom. It's funny. How the F do we get out of this shithole? Oh my God. It's not gonna let us get out. Fast travel, I mean. Oh my god. I'm like despite all the rage, I'm still just rat in the cage. I don't know how to get the fuck out of here. I'm trapped in a loop of stupidity. Guys, I am so sorry. I just don't know why these doors don't open. Thank God.
Welcome back. Any luck enlisting help?
Oh, no. Not yet. Sorry.
Since the schism, the Protectorate have
Please tell me there's a damn good reason you're back.
There is. The Order sent me to help as a gesture of goodwill. They didn't attack you.
Yeah? And what exactly makes you so sure of that?
Because the Order Abbot sent me as an emissary to convince you. Emissary? Emissary.
Huh. Interesting. Did he say who he thinks did hit us? Not that it matters, I suppose. Not like we can muster a counterattack or anything. But even if I did believe you, so what?
He wants you to contact your superiors and make sure things don't heat up or escalate.
Seriously?
Yep.
You expecting me to ring up Auntie and tell her, hello, Maven of all marketing? Just letting you know that this scrutinization officer says everything's hunky-dory. You've clearly been out in the Dorado sun for too long.
I mean, that's fair. I have been out in the sun too long, but a good word certainly wouldn't help, man. I don't know what the problem is. What's it going to take to make that happen?
Ah, an offer for transaction. Now you're talking my language. Didn't reckon you as someone sympathetic to our ways. It just so happens we might be able to trade services. Normally I wouldn't admit this kind of weakness. It's bad practice. But I'm really in the squeeze, and you might be useful. Lately my luck's been right miserable. I got enemy sneak attacks. I got grunts murdering each other. I got unsanctioned power struggles. And it all risks reflecting badly on me.
Okay, and you like my help with those, I assume.
You cut down the number of issues that are vexing me, and I'll send you a word of peace and harmony up the chain. What's good for me is good for you, see? Quid pro quo. Or, if all that sounds like too much work for you, there are other ways to curry my favor. Make me believe your good intentions. Encourage me to take your side.
Really? So you want a bribe? You want me to give you some bits to solve the issue?
Absolutely. Bits are a bond that buys a broad bevy of believability. Auntie says so herself. They show sincerity, trustworthiness, and a goodly dose of class.
You know what, dude? I have other things to do, so yeah, I think we can do business.
Wonderful. And with your sincerity assured by the bits in my pocket, I feel absolutely confident in your professed innocence. Now, if you'll excuse me, I still have a whole mess of hassle I've got to dig myself out from under.
Okay, now what? I gotta go back to the Abbot again, for God's sake? Just back and forth with these a-holes in the order, man. Come on. Oh, and Auntie's choice. I know it's Auntie's choice, but I'm not saying that because of how it's spelled. I'm ready to go to a new planet. I'm tired of this damn planet.
By calculating...
Is this the exclusion zone here?
Can't believe
Seems that exclusion zone wasn't just for show.
Ignored the orders, warnings, and paid the price.
I can hardly believe I'm still standing.
What the hell happened? So, bad idea to go in the exclusion zone. Well, freedom of choice. You know what I mean? I didn't force them to go in there. Abbott, what's up, bro?
Ah, my agent friend. I suspected I might see you again soon. I just had word from one of Auntie's choicest commanders that you have been of some assistance to them.
That's right. I managed to smooth things over with Auntie's choice at Outpost Opportunity as requested.
Through your efforts, we may yet see peace. You've lessened the load on my mind considerably, and you have the Order's gratitude.
Good to know. The hell is that? Hey, Inez, what's shaking?
Ain't ever gonna justify the deaths of innocents. Never. I just hope you think getting to Wiley in time and stopping him from sending that intel to Vries was worth it. Look, I know the choice is yours on how you want to approach this, but it's my folk in the crosshairs. If something happens to our delegate, I don't know how I'd live with myself. If there's space by your side, I hope you'll call on me.
I'll consider it, Inez.
That's all I ask. If we fail to stop DeVries, this will have dire consequences for the war and everything else. So let's not fail, huh?
Okay. Should we take Inez with us this time, maybe? Yeah, let's take her. She's disappointed in us. Let's make her like us again. Sacrifice some hostages. I'm not the first one to do that. You know what I mean?
That rift. It's making my skin buzz even in here.
Doesn't take an engineer to hazard a guess whose ship that is. DeVries is here, Commander. I'm sure.
I'm sure you're probably right. Let's check our weapon sitch here. Death sentence. Niles, I assume we can't put a scope on this
Now's
thing.
not really the time for a chat. You need something?
Whoa, hold on there. I'm the boss, man. Let me look at your engineering skills real quick. Relax.
All right, but we best do this quick.
You best watch your damn mouth. I don't like that we can't. Whatever, dude. What gun is that? It's the marksman rifle?
What is it?
You need to watch the attitude.
I'll see what I can do.
No modifications.
On behalf of everyone in Auntie's family, I want to thank our hosts for securing this wonderfully austere venue to begin our negotiations for peace. With tensions being patched in Golden Ridge, I am certain we can both profit from a merger. But surely the good Vicar Laureate and his fellow shareholders have some thoughts?
Madam Vice President, I and my fellow counselors remind you that this is no merger, but an alliance. By ending the war, we may focus on the true threat to our society, the rifts.
The rifts. Maybe we could steal some cool shit from her vessel.
This must be the satellite that sent an emergency ping across the system. What led me to you, Commander? But why is Vries hanging on to it?
Overlooked panel, perk scrapper. The satellite bears scorch marks, presumably from atmospheric re-entry. Its panels have been tampered with, and all data cartridges have been extracted.
This sort of satellite is new.
A private journal. I cannot shake my last meeting with Victor from my mind. In the midst of discussing our plans, he quietly commented that I had a desperation about me. Is he really so daft? How could I not be desperate? Our very survival is on the line. For years, we've gone over the numbers, sharing our fears and rage over the orders in action regarding the rifts. This may be the last chance to prove their original predictions right. But, as I make the approach to greater tranquility, my desperation grows. Could I possibly have misinterpreted the numbers? Or were the numbers themselves wrong? If we fail, then what will everything leading us to this point have been for? And worst of all, if we fail, it's because we weren't aligned with the plan after all. Oh, law, I cannot even bear the thought of it.
It's new to me. Is it Earth tech? How did it get out here?
Is this really all there is for this ship? Because this is a waste of time. What's going on?
Cadre, protect the console at all costs. It's you, is it not? The one Agent Vries warned me to expect? Well, see here. If you intend to stop me, you're far too late.
I'll determine that. Tell me what Vries' plan is right now.
I do not appreciate the threat in your tone. I know well what you let happen to those hostages at the monastery.
Ugh.
But I will not be intimidated.
Ignore the posturing. Give him a push and I'll bet you can get Vries' plans out of him.
You'll do no such thing. My willpower is stout, my loyalty unshakable. And even if by some low chance you could extract my knowledge, you'll never truly understand. If our deaths by Agent Vries and our comrades the time they need, so be it.
Sir Wiley said just as much, actually, but when I showed him the errors in his thinking, he stood down.
That matters not. He lost his grit and turned traitor. But I am steadfast in my resolve. You hear me? Steadfast.
Look, I just want us to handle this diplomatically. Sorry, I'm stuttering. Like there's no need for anyone to get hurt.
I was warned you might try to lure me in with niceties, with professionalism, before going for the proverbial throat. I won't have it. But it doesn't matter what you do. The rest of our team is pushing forward. Agent Vries is right. The only way to save us from destruction is to save the Order from itself.
Look, just tell me what I need to know, man. You don't want to end up like the Sears hostages, do you?
No, please. I don't wish to be ground to bits by decrepit machinery. Cadre, lower your weapons. Quickly now. We surrender. Agent Vries' plans are on the console behind me. You can look, it's all there. Another team is in the chamber ahead, fighting off the station's automechanical defenses. They are to secure the station while Agent de Vries makes for the forum chamber to eliminate the delegates. So you may have quite the fight on your hands. You'll also need this. Her guards have commandeered some frightful reinforcements, and you'd do well to find the control hub to disable them before you're spotted. Now, with your leave, we'll make our retreat.
Okay. See, that wasn't so hard, was it?
Gave up that intel rather easily, didn't they? Let's have a look.
Map of Greater Tranquility Station, Wing 3. The monitor displays a map of the station, evidently annotated by De Vries. Her first team of agents is to hold the landing pad. The second team is to make their way through the turbine chambers. The third team is to guard the exit in the refinery. De Vries herself will make for the broadcast booth overlooking the forum chamber where the delegates are to meet. We didn't really check everything in here. Here's an elevator, but we didn't check all the things over here like this.
No way through that fence except in pieces. Let's find another way around.
Good advice.
We need to find us a fuse to get this whole thing operational again.
Protector's own leader is beyond his death. He and his ilk won't anticipate an alliance.
He's not my sovereign.
Yes, right. Well, landing a strike against the Protectorate in this state will be something like wrangling a galloping breadworm.
I am unfamiliar, but I presume that to mean it will be without exertion. If so, then you are perhaps even more ignorant of Arcadia than I calculated. The sovereign, guide him, is as ineffective as you suggested, but his advisor, the consul, is not. These executions, these impulsive attacks, are solely his influence.
Solely? Your previous sovereign was rather draconian himself, if your own history books are to be believed. Do not act like the current rot emerged from nowhere.
I could perhaps say the same for you and your reputation for putting profits over people. But instead, I suggest we pivot our discussion back to the real matter at hand.
Rewrite targeting protocol. Recent activity. A box that typically contains a fuse. To complete a power circuit, the fuse appears to be missing. Oh, I can make a fuse, okay. I'm going to seriously blame that on Inez. She got in my way as I made that run and f***ed me up. God damn it, Inez. I knew I shouldn't have brought you. this is all still red and everything. Yeah, it is.
Those next gates are to worry about.
Give the order and I'll take care of it, Commander.
Prestige, suppressor's near.
What the hell?
I'd like to discuss your efforts on Paradise Island. We may have no physical presence there, but we are ever watchful. Our observations suggest that matters have been delicate.
Yes, but things have taken somewhat of a turn. After the Protectorate destroyed their own relay out of madness, we have seen little resistance to our residents.
Well, we welcome the news of your advances. However, it is worrisome that it took...
The massive blades of certain fans will make quick work of even the toughest Earth Directorate agent. However, with skillful use of your tactical time dilation gadget, you may be able to slip through unscathed.
...of a freelancer for you to finally secure your hold. Worrisome indeed.
turn our attentions once more to Golden Ridge. I am grateful we could come to an accord after that unfortunate attack on Outpost Opportunity, but many questions remain.
Of course. Allow me to offer this bit of data, then. The true culprit of the attack was a proctor named Svoboda. My brave colleagues found her out and promptly executed her.
Ah, so the Order is capable of decisive action. I had doubts after hearing about your monastery. Countless, brutal murders at the hands of a seer, was it? How was he not stopped?
The carnage was counted and thoroughly documented, I assure you. What's more, the culprit has turned himself in for rigorous rehabilitation and penance. I do not appreciate insinuations that we allow chaos to run rampant on our watch. Chances are high that variable is a result of your people's meddling in our affairs.
Ridiculous. Next you'll be claiming we're to blame for all of your past failures. Why, the mere prediction of our arrival years ago sent you into a tizzy. Isn't that right?
What am I doing? I'm going the opposite direction. Like a big silly goose. A box that typically contains a fuse to complete a power circuit. The fuse appears to be missing. Let's have it. So wait, are we going...
Analysis, neither of our parties has enough goodwill with the other to proceed directly to an alliance. A swift end to the war is highly improbable.
You had to run a quaint predictive model to come to that conclusion? Did your numbers give any insight into making this more worth my while?
Hold on one sec. What bullets does my gun use? Okay, so heavy rounds. Fair enough. Uh-oh, snobbish. You don't like getting your hands dirty and don't have the stomach for manual labor. You can no longer break down your items, but any crafting material you find sells for more. What? Hell no. Lost your ever-loving mind.
This unit welcomes you to the utility atrium. My records do not indicate that any authorized personnel remain aboard the station, but I am programmed to exchange wares for monetary compensation for whosoever seeks it.
Look, dude, I'm sorry, I called you a dude. Look, robot. This station has been decommissioned for decades. Why are you even still here?
Searching my records. Ah, yes. The explanation given by Mechanist DeSoto was as follows. I need someone to have eyes on my explosive friends. But I do not have eyes.
Alright, show me what you have for sale.
Praise be to the Sovereign, for he knows precisely what to provide his subjects.
The black hat. Yeah, I'll take that. And I'll take that. And then I'm going to break in this MFer. Lockpick 8, it said, so I'm glad I upgraded.
Warning. Access to storage has not been granted. Please exit the vicinity immediately.
Nah. Like, if I didn't shoot it, I would have starved to death. Right?
No time to lollygag, Commander. Whatever. Or he can wait.
You're not the boss. From Provost Iglesias regarding important announcement. To utility atrium personnel. From Iglesias. I commend you for seeking clarification on the decommissioning process. A wise subject is wise to ask questions. You are to package any item in the utility repository that is not deprecated and ready it for export. The majority of the Vrachnid mines, specifically, are to be shipped to Cloister to bolster maintenance on the archive. However, several select units are to remain behind and receive a device installation. To test a new security measure, I am told. Please speak to Mechanist DeSoto if you wish to know specifics. And the matriarch's name, Provost Ambrose Iglesias. A box that typically, yeah.
By my estimation, if we formed an alliance, say, within the next month, we would see returns within days. The market, the colony, would soon be out of Protectorate hands.
By your estimation? Do explain, how did you arrive at this estimation? What model did you utilize? Which metrics?
Oh, you see, I'm renowned for my ability to read a room, as we call it in my business, where common sense meets observational data, you might say.
It's a brawl!
Mechanist de Soto's notes. When word of my ahem explosive cider project was somehow made it to the provost's office, thank you again, Tranter, you no good fusspot, I feared I might find myself staring down the barrel of reassignment, or worse, mental refreshment. But as the plan would have it, the provost had seen opportunity and enterprise. I've been given leave to outfit the Varachnid maintenance units with my incendiaries. The Varachnids will be activated once all personnel have departed the station, leaving them to patrol and detonate when anything comes within proximity. Why? The provost believes the station needs any security after its decommissioning is beyond me, but I certainly won't complain. I do hope that whoever is fool enough to travel here in 10 years' time can look upon these Varachnids and think, well met, what ingenuity, before meeting an eruptive end. It's too good of a show to be a secret forever.
As far as bad portents go, don't get much more obvious than corpses.
Dude, we've seen hundreds of bodies in the last couple weeks. I think we're good. Probably just jinxed us, but...
We've got the override codes. Let's use them on these mechs. Control should be nearby.
It looks like a fight.
You'll go no fool.
given up?
I haven't even started, Chief.
I can hear you scampering around like a little sprite.
Rats tingling. All charged up.
What are you doing down there?
Have you given up?
Dude, no. Alright, we need to get... How do we get over there? Shit. There we go.
Refraining from a gratuitous battle cry to improve
We're so close. One elevator ride away from having Vries in our crosshairs. Finally.
Broadcast records. Scrolling through the records, you note 3 entries in particular: July 23, 27. Video and intercom systems enabled for the Sovereign's annual address. Broadcasting throughout station and did I just stutter? Broadcasting throughout station and system is complete. January 2341. Intercom systems enabled to commence decommission procedures. Broadcasting throughout station is complete. November 2361. Video and intercom systems enabled for reason undisclosed. Broadcasting throughout station still in progress. Summation of the Sovereign's 27th address. The Sovereign announces the creation of the Vox Initiative and how it will serve the people well for centuries to come. The Sovereign thanks the Order of the Ascendant for their steadfast and thorough research, promising great scientific advancements in the years to come. Finally, the Sovereign announces the birth of his first child, Henry. The Sovereign trusts everyone will embrace his son as their beloved leader when the time is right. Important: before this address is broadcast to Arcadian subjects, all footage must be edited and submitted to the Office of the Consul for approval. The designated editor has specifically been advised to elaborate upon the Sovereign's language regarding his son. Affectionate words inspire affection in kind. To the Office of the Sovereign, subject a reflection on progress. As the decommissioning process winds down here at Greater Tranquility Substation, I can't help but look about and reminisce on all that was done here. We've made significant technological strides here, as you've been so generous to point out in your many visits. My hope is that our research will prove abundantly fruitful as the Vox program is initiated. With this final sign-off and a toast to the matriarch, allow me to say that delivering your good word, my dear sovereign, to the people of Arcadia has been the greatest honor of my life. Sincerely, Provost Ambrose Iglesias. Let's take the elevator ride, people. You ready? Don't know how the F you got in here.
We came here in good faith to offer a merger and an alliance, and yet our parties will still be at each other's throats by the end of this. Is this really what you want?
It'd be foolish to even consider an alliance when you so clearly wish to bend Arcadia to Auntie's will. Should the fighting intensify, and it shall, it will be due to your pride. Presiding Bishop Ruth Bassar already possesses the foresight necessary to lead a colony and better its people. Until you acknowledge this, I fear we will never reach an accord.
Foresight pales in comparison to action. We acquired Fairfield from the Protectorate, you recall? This was a decisive victory over a strategic location which promises high returns.
Ha, so you think your people should rule? Shall I remind you that you failed to gain ground or even take the Vox relay yourself? Arcadian matters are best suited for Arcadians. We actively collect data to understand how to serve our people, after all. Look no further than the abbot, who welcomed refugees to Matriarch's mercy.
Yet he struggled to feed and house them properly. The poor man was clearly overwhelmed if he couldn't see his right hand was actively undermining him, even with his data.
Meanwhile, Auntie's choice has done little to alleviate the refugee crisis it helped create. Indeed, my projections may be accurate. You are more interested in what you can steal.
Dear Vicar, you are not yourself. Perhaps Auntie and your bishop should continue these talks. We'd be happy hosts. We do enjoy dazzling guests with a tour of our stolen artifacts.
There is only a 14% chance that you are jesting. No. If anyone in Arcadia is fit to host such discussions, it is Presiding Bishop Bassar. Anyone else would be an insult.
Wait, do we not have any other kind of grenades? I thought we had plasma grenades. I guess not. Okay.
Law, there they are. Right out in the open. Best speed this up. We can't have got long before Vries goes through with the plan.
Come on. Move, damn you. You have a nasty habit of arriving at the wrong time, Commander.
It's over, Augustine. Nowhere left to run. No more lies you can peddle or people you can burn. Your rewards come due.
Ibarra, I was unaware of your survival until recently. Believe it or not, I was happy you survived. But to see you still seeking solace in the Commander's shadow is disappointing. You could have done anything with your life. Shrugged off the bad memories. But now you're both here to meddle. Law knows why.
Look, don't try to change the subject, Vries. We need to talk about what you are doing here.
Certainly. And then I'll brew us some tea and we can gossip about the latest pitchball matches. Do you think me an idiot? I've no interest in continuing this little reunion. What happened in Horizon Point, well, I had no choice but to do as I did. And I'm prepared to do the same again. These delegates you came to save, I'm killing them both, and any hope for peace will die along with them. This is the only way if we hope to close the rifts before it's too late.
Look, I can't let you do that. I have to stop you and restore justice to Arcadia.
Spare me that sanctimonious drivel. You'll never be Commander Zane. Don't even try.
Zane's a hack. They'll be making cereals in my honor when this is over.
Such ambition. But that requires anyone to know that you were here. Or to remember you at all.
Ouch.
All you'll be remembered for is sending your team to the slaughter. Assassinating innocent folks for your own gain. Some legacy you're leaving behind.
I don't give a damn for my legacy. I simply wish for you to stop interfering in my work. You haven't any idea what's at play here. It's in your best interest, Commander, to hear me out. I am doing everything with what little power I have to stop the rifts from destroying the galaxy. I am so close. With the right data and the prototype rift modulator hidden away in a protectorate lab on Praetor, the Order could finally figure out how to control the rifts. But like the protectorate before them, Auntie's Choice must never have access to that technology.
So you're doing this because you have a grudge against Auntie's Choice. That's great.
Anyone with even half-functioning gray matter knows that you cannot trust a corporation with the kind of power that comes with controlling rifts. The Order should know better. It's as if they've forgotten how we got to this point. It was the Seers who came to me back then. They showed me their data, proving that the Protectorate's rift experiments would lead to our galaxy's destruction. I didn't want to believe them. But as more and more of their predictions came to pass, I knew I had to act. I had to destroy Horizon Point and its research to prevent annihilation.
That's law, Augustine. You could have told us what you were planning instead of letting us blunder into a trap.
No, I couldn't have. Had I deviated from the plan even the slightest amount, it could have jeopardized everything. I had to avert a far worse disaster. By any means.
Niles is right there, Augustine. You didn't even try to bring us in on your plan.
You were an unwelcome variable. Prior knowledge could have changed your actions, and the Seers had predicted that you and your team would perish in the process regardless. I tried to put it out of mind when you and I first spoke. I had to focus. But all I could think of was the cost I was being asked to pay to ensure the mission's success. And I forced myself to complete it. I trusted that with Horizon Point's destruction, humanity might be saved, but it wasn't. It was only the start. I must finish what I started.
Look, I don't care about the past. My concern is the delegates here and now.
You are focused entirely on the wrong thing. Wars come and go. Civilizations can rebuild. But this manner of destruction is something nothing can come back from. You recall what I said of the rift modulator, of the data? It's the only way to control the rifts. And only the Order can be trusted with this power. You know who these corporatists are. How they deal with their competitors? Imagine now how a war spurred by greed might be won, when fought with rifts instead of guns. You see? The Order must not sacrifice their principles for a childish attempt at peace. If they don't complete the mission they started, everything I have done will have counted for nothing.
Enough! Just enough, Augustine. I can't listen to any more of these excuses. I've got all the answers I needed, Commander. She's gone over the threshold and ain't no bringing her back. Best we make this quick, before she can hurt anyone else.
You think you have it in you to pull the trigger, Ibarra?
Had 10 years to practice. Give the order, Commander.
Jesus. Not yet, Niles. Let me just talk for a sec.
How many times do you need a snake to bite you to realize its nature? She's shown us who she is, Commander. She's showing us again right now.
You told me 10 years ago that you wanted to repay her for saving you. Was that just talk?
No, it wasn't just talk, but I never thought she'd turn into this. Fine. I'll follow your lead. Just don't ask me to forgive her, Commander. It ain't in me. Not after all she's done.
It doesn't matter. Nothing you can say to me will change the issue at hand. If I'm to give the order the means to close the rifts, the peace talks must end. 2 dead delegates? That's a fair price to pay. We've paid worse.
You know, there's another way to help the Order, and you haven't even considered it yet.
Is that so? Please then, enlighten me on how you might save the Order from itself.
Look, the Order is stronger than you give them credit for. A temporary alliance won't corrupt them.
The fact that they're even entertaining a partnership with a void-damned corporation puts the lie to that. Proves they'll sell their precious beliefs if it's convenient enough. But even if what you say is true, there's no undoing the past. Not for me. I don't belong here. And the Earth Directorate's nothing more than a memory. This mission is all I have. So if you won't leave me to carry out my plans, Commander, then all that's left is your bullet.
It's not true. Your friend Savannah believes in.
Savannah. I was never a good friend to her, even when she was all I had. Sometimes I thought her a fool for putting such faith in me. But if she still does, maybe. No, it doesn't matter. You should hate me for what I've done to you, to your crew. You can't possibly wish for me to live.
Look, I believe you can redeem yourself, Augustine. I think you can make things right again.
Do you actually? I want nothing more than that, but I just didn't understand there was another path I could take. Not until this moment. I see now that my judgment has been compromised. So we will do this your way. No harm will come to the delegates, and I will stand down. But there's more you should know. I've recovered a cartridge from the Earth Directorate satellite I brought down. It's here, with me, and it contains the rift data gathered from every system they monitor. If you process this data, you can use it to improve the prototype rift modulator on Praetor. Once that's finished, the rifts can finally be closed. Everyone will be saved.
You don't need to stand down, Vries. We can work together.
That's kind. But there's a reason I only ever worked alone, Commander. I'm at my limit. I know you can save us. And this cartridge will at least give you a head start. There's also a high-priority message from the Chief of Ops on there. I was unable to decrypt it, but you certainly have the means to do so on your ship. It may be 3 years old, but hopefully the information it contains is still relevant. Here, it's yours. May the numbers guide you, Commander. Wait, what in the void is that?
I don't know where the hell she went. This way? There she is.
This is an urgent message for all Earth Directorate agents. The spatial rift situation has deteriorated significantly. The rifts threatening a majority of our colonies and our Earth Directorate bases, including this one, have entered their final stages. If you see a rift that looks like this, you are in grave danger. You have at most a matter of months before everything in your local system is destroyed. The seriousness of this situation cannot be overstated. Therefore, Directive Alpha Omega is hereby invoked. You are fully authorized to do everything in your power to find a way to close the rifts. Along with this message, the entirety of our rift data has been sent to your local surveillance satellite. Analyze this data. Law willing, you will find a way to unlock any secrets it has resisted yielding to us. The fate of humanity now depends on you.
Acknowledging receipt of emergency mission parameters update, including activation of Directive Alpha Omega. Commander is now released from any and all agent guidelines.
Released from all guidelines? I like the sound of that. What exactly does that mean, though?
The full parameters are as follows. The agent has full authority to handle the mission in any manner they see fit. No exceptions. The extreme nature of stated emergencies supersedes any other considerations.
Okay, is there anything about mission objectives?
I have also detected competing priorities in the new mission objectives.
Oh.
The surveillance data from the satellite confirms De Vries's assertion of a prototype modulator on Praetor that may be used to manipulate rifts. Acquisition is required to be able to bypass any new or existing miniature ground-level rift anomalies you may encounter. You are also tasked with finding a way to process the Earth Directorate rift data. The archive computer on Cloister would be best suited to this purpose.
That sounds tricky. Any chance we get help from the Order or Auntie's Choice?
Agents are permitted to cooperate with local governments and other political entities at their discretion, even under normal directives, which you are no longer bound by. Both Auntie's Choice and the Order have previously controlled the archive, and may be open to working with you to regain access. Seeking their assistance is recommended. Coincidentally, both delegates also escaped the station and have sent messages expressing gratitude. It seems they feel they owe you their lives and have asked to meet with you at their respective headquarters.
What would be the benefit for working with one faction over the other?
The Order of the Ascendant are concerned with the elevation of humanity. While lacking experience in governance, they would be fair partners and open to reasonable solutions. Auntie's Choice has the firepower to more easily succeed in battle and greater experience in management. They would likely be receptive to a free agent such as yourself. Whoever you assist will be better positioned to take control of the archive, and by extension, the entire colony. Careful consideration is warranted. There is also one other, less likely option. Persuading the two factions to work together. The delegates you helped save may be able to help facilitate this.
Okay, thanks for the info. I'll think about it.
Returning to mission objectives. Do you have a preference for which to pursue first, Commander?
I'm inclined to begin with the archive on Cloister. We need more information.
Acknowledged. Due to the rift's expansion, both Cloister and Praetor show a high preponderance of miniature rifts. Proceed with caution. It is worth noting that the Order of the Ascendant is headquartered on Cloister. You've also received a message from Auntie's Choice. This unit can relay its contents now, should you wish. The message has also been sent to your private terminal.
Tell me what it says.
Greetings, morally gray potential contractor. You've been pre-selected for membership in Auntie's Choice Esteemed and Valuable Disposable Agent Program. Report on board the ACS Undisputed Claim for details on this exciting opportunity. Signed, Auntie Cleo. It appears you now have permission to visit Auntie's Choice headquarters aboard its flagship, Commander. You may use the astrogator to navigate there at any time.
Okay then. Thanks for all the info, Val. We do have some decisions to make. Hey.
What happened back there? We had her cornered, bullets chambered, justice within reach, and you just let her go? What am I supposed to do with that? How am I supposed to trust you the next time a tough choice has to be made?
Look, I thought we had more trust between us than this. I didn't spare her to hurt you, Niles.
Then why'd you do it?
I wasn't about to kill her in cold blood after convincing her to stand down. Like, I'll sacrifice hostages, but I'm not going to shoot someone I used to work with right in the face when she put her gun away. That's ridiculous.
That sort of thinking never would have slowed Vries on the draw.
Well, she's not me, and we'll see what happens in the future.
That's really as much remorse as you can muster. I'm gonna need time to muddle through all this, so let's just end things there, for now.
Whatever, dude. I'm the boss. You know, like my decisions go elsewhere, for fuck's sake. Let's, the simplifier. Has near perfect accuracy, has no fall-off point for bullet damage by range, has a custom modular scope with variable zoom range, toggle with quick melee while in ADS. Yeah. Go ahead and pout, Niles. No one gives a shit. Don't we have a... Maybe I'm wrong. I thought we had a workshop. Humidifier. Inez claims this appliance is essential for her graft's upkeep in the dry air produced by the Incognito's life support system. Conveniently, it also recreates the humidity of her home colony in the Tal Ceti system. Okay. Charcoal sketches. Various examples of flora and fauna, quickly but confidently sketched out. It seems Inez has quite the artistic eye. Yeah, it does. She's pretty good. Pretty talented. Zeranium sample. Keep sealed to avoid poisoning, incapacitation, and/or death. Unless any of these three things does it for you, then by all means. That's funny. Rare order reading material, a mix of high adventure escapism and high-level mathematics. Bonsai tree, clipped to be just so. Collection of adventure periodicals. Tristan insists this growing library of research material is strictly to help him understand the common criminal mind. Some issues are also a trove of information for anyone curious about the universe outside the Protectorate. Miniature skip drive model, if only they all came in this size. Rift sketches. These Rift sketches are labeled with frantic notations and equations, which make them all the more unsettling. Yeah, just like her stare. Lovingly, if manically produced drawings of the space anomaly. At least these ones are relatively not terrifying.
I must admit to being highly vexed by this kill order situation.
Okay, let's talk about something else.
Such as?
I like to know the people on my crew. Tell me a little bit about yourself.
Nothing of much worth to tell there. I'd rather hear your story.
Well, if you want to hear my real story, I did some things the powers that be said were wrong, so I spent time in prison. I.e., I'm an ex-convict.
Prison? Really? Were you mentally refreshed?
You mean rehabilitated? Fuck no, I'd do it all again in a second.
I wholeheartedly concur. Regret is for the unenlightened. Fortunately, the Dawn saved me from such concerns. They gave me a new life and wiped away the old. My world used to be devoid of color. Everything was gray. Now everything is vibrant, like the arterial spray of a freshly opened vein.
You know what, Asa? There's something wrong with you, for real.
I wholeheartedly concur. Associating with one such as yourself proves it.
Touché. Already been in here. Was in here. Finished drone model. A simple model kit completed with love and patience. All it needs now is some paint. Protectorate Physician's Bag. This bag has the name Z-Tran embroidered neatly on an inner flap. A brief look at the inside contents reveals a handful of adaptive equipment that would be useful for an amputee, some stimulants just past their expiration date, and a crumpled note with care instruction for Niles' new upgrade. Wait, is this in code? No, probably just your imagination. Automechanical model kit, another of Niles' hobbies currently in progress. Constructing these models must be satisfying for someone who likes to tinker and polish, and whose idea of fun also involves a little monotony to escape the frenzy of daily life. A few nubs lie scattered around the runner, probably from when he was last at work on his kit. Alright, so Niles, blah blah, okay. There's the toilet. I was wondering where the toilet was. Okay. If he doesn't want to talk to me, I don't want to talk to him. shit. All right. Yeah, I don't know. How about trick shot? Okay, yeah, we definitely have a few things here. All right, you know what? That's going to conclude part 10, I think. We will go to Cloister in part 11. Thank you for watching and stay tuned for part 11.